I'm Joanna Platzmeyer, and I'm going to talk about Descartes' first meditation. Descartes attempts to provide a basis for skepticism in his first meditation, and to do this, he uses the phrase, "I know nothing." While doing this, he is attempting to challenge what we know and how we know it using epistemology. And he focuses on how our knowledge comes from our senses, but that we should not give them full credit because they oftentimes deceive us. So, during the first meditation, he utilizes skepticism and creates a series of arguments in which he makes a point, entertains potential counter-arguments, and then refutes them to validate his own points. He admits that many of the beliefs he previously held are false and that he learned most of the things that he knows by using his senses. But unfortunately, the senses can be deceptive, and it is unwise for us to trust what has once deceived us, as in this case, our senses. But then he goes to say that generally the senses are only deceptive with regards to objects that are small or very far away, such as he can be certain when he's sitting at a fire holding a newspaper that he is in fact sitting at the fire holding the newspaper with his own hands in his own body. But then he entertains the argument that oftentimes when he goes to sleep, he dreams that he is performing these same activities while he is reading his newspaper by the fire, when in reality he is doing no such thing and is actually sleeping in his bed. But then he also brings up the point that dream images are based off of images in reality, similar to the way that an artist uses real colors from real life to portray items in a painting that are based off of real items. And similarly, mythological creatures are based off of real creatures, such as how a satyr is based on a combination of a man and a goat. And then he mentions that physics and medicine can be very uncertain disciplines, but that the basis of these disciplines, mathematics and geometry, can be much more certain, as we can be certain that a square will always have four sides, never any more sides, and never any fewer sides. He then changes his tone in the meditation to question the existence of God. He wonders, has God created the world that we know and everything that is in the world and everything that he perceives? And he entertains the possibility that God has not created everything and that instead there are alternate explanations. And in doing so, he entertains the evil demon argument, which is that he hasn't actually perceived anything that he believes he has perceived, but in reality there's an evil demon who is actually putting these thoughts into his head and causing him to believe that he has actually perceived these things, and this evil demon uses all of his energy to make Descartes believe that these things are true. He doesn't actually defeat the evil demon argument and concludes the meditation by doubting all that he knows once again. So ultimately, he concludes that he knows nothing, and this provides a basis for the further meditations in the series.